So I'm here for Hotelverse, and I'm going to show you a little bit about what our vision is for hotels and how to showcase the experience we've just been talking about and hearing from different brands. We have, here we go. Oops, sorry guys. So we have oops. So the travel experience, the booking experience hasn't changed in the last 20 years. And we've been booking hotels in the very same way without having a really specific, emotional, and also authentic. So sometimes what you buy is not exactly what you get. And with Hotelverse, we have come together with a technology that has tried to catch up with what's happening with the other industries. So if you think about retail, you can think about trying shoes with augmented reality, simply pointing your phone to your feet, and you can see what your feet look like with the shoes on. You could also try clothes in a clothing store, literally pressing buttons and understanding what you look like in it. You could choose a seat from a stadium to see where you're going to watch a football match from. Or you could also select a seat on a concert, on a theater, and have a pretty much good idea of what you're going to be getting when you get there. Obviously, we are very used to selecting seats on airplanes. However, when you think about hotels, the traveler has experienced a very different experience when booking. So when you think about what's the normal for a guest when booking a hotel room in any hotels, it's a very frustrating process. It's also very boring. And the guest has no power to choose. You can't decide exactly what you want. So a lot of the times you're going to cross the Atlantic, get to the Caribbean. When you get there, you're in the hands of the receptionist who's going to put you somewhere, and you hope it's going to be good. So the normal also has some side effects for the hotels. The hotel website is just another channel for the guests to look at. There's not really a very good and strong value proposition to differentiate what you have on your website versus what the OTAs have. In fact, the OTAs have a massive marketing budget that you cannot even compete with. Obviously, they also have a loyalty program that's very powerful that connects different hotels from all over the world in one program, which makes it easy for you to redeem points and make the value proposition a lot stronger than what you could potentially offer. So when you look at the loyalty programs for the large brands and obviously from the OTAs, if you are an independent or a small group, it's a big challenge for you to be able to have a good argument to be able to convert guests on your own channels. Now, the consequences for the hotels. We have traffic acquisition costs soaring. Obviously, the OTAs are pitching on everyone's keywords. And your hotel is pretty much the last stop that the guest goes to before making the booking. And one of the interesting things that happens is hotels tend to actually have to offer more discounts to be able to be competitive. And of course, risking being penalized as well by the OTAs if you do that. Now, the level of intermediation of hotels is massive. And the leakage in profitability is also quite significant. If you look at the cost of operations, the cost of intermediation, the marketing costs, and you see what's actually left to the hotels versus what you could get on your direct channel, which also has a cost, it's quite significant. So we at Hotelverse see a massive opportunity to transform that guest experience booking and literally finding a better value proposition in your website. Now, that opportunity is massive because if you think about the billboard effect, 3 out of 4 people that come to your website leave without making a booking in your own brand.com. Now, if you could convert just a few of those people that are actually leaving how much would that be worth for your hotels? How do we do that? So, as any other brand we know of, you can think about bags or shoes or clothes. The first experience you have with the product today is a digital experience. Now, connecting that digital experience with the physical experience that you'll be purchasing or buying or experiencing, it's the key opportunity that there is for hoteliers. So at Hotelverse, a company that was born out of Ibu Star innovation team, trying to come up with this value proposition, we come to what we call the end of normals. How do we change that cycle? How do we change that story that we just talked about? And this is how we do it. Well, I'll show you a video showing exactly how a guest will actually experience using our technology on their own website. They're just putting it up in a second. And effectively what we do is we create a digital twin for the hotel. So we build a...
The holidays are a time when we can disconnect from the stress of everyday life. And to do that, there is nothing quite like living an unforgettable experience in a paradise environment. However, sometimes we don't really know what we're buying when booking a holiday vacation. We know the room type, sure, but not all the rooms are equal. What about the type of bed? The views from the balcony? How far is it from the beach? Would I hear people at the pool? Is there a sustainable proposition? We have innovated the experience because once there, you can't return your vacation. Welcome to Real Booking Experience, a new way of booking your hotel. Innovative, immersive, honest, and based on hyper-customization. Fly over the hotel, explore the facilities and surroundings, and select the features on your room to personalize it. For example, room 3305, extra large with a double bed and located on the center of the top floor. It is quiet and ideal for enjoying a beautiful sunrise. Walk around and check individual room details, the wonderful sea views from the balcony, the distance to the beach, and much more. Track customer ratings by room and book the exact room where you'll spend your holiday. Explore the hotel and start enjoying your vacation while discovering all the facilities the resort has to offer. Visit the restaurants, walk along the beach, get to know the spa, the entertainment activities, and much more. During the last 15 years, the way to book a hotel has remained the same, both in hotel chains and large distributors. Customers have been forced to choose the room type based on a price list, some photos, and icons. We have transformed the way vacations are booked, bringing to the hotel's direct sale a differential value that you won't find in any other booking website. That's why 92% of our clients tell us they prefer to book in a specific room for the hotel map, which allows us to capitalize the billboard effect, increasing the conversion rate and gross operating profit. We also enhance upselling with pricing per room number, which has increased our average daily rate. Real booking, like a booking process, like never before.
So that's a little video of somebody actually using our platform. And here we go. So after a few years of A/B testings at Ibu Star, we realized that the engagement of guests on the brand.com almost more than doubled. And in the beginning, we were confused about, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because, in traditional marketing, the faster you convert, the better. But when we realized that when you have a guest spending more time in your website, exploring the facilities and exploring your resort or your city hotel, you actually are able to have a bigger engagement, and you're more likely to get a conversion rate at the website with an uplift of about 30% of more bookings on the direct brand.com. Now, so one of the things we do is we actually are able to show the hotels day and night, so you have a very good idea of what you're actually purchasing. And what is the experience that you're going to have in a resort. You just heard the Red Sea project talking about how the lighting was very important to see the evenings and the stars. So this is a very interesting piece of value proposition that we can actually highlight. Guys, I'm really sorry, but So we can boost the conversion rate in around 30% from your current performance. There's also a 92% preference from customers to use a 3D map versus a traditional booking system. And where we really come into the value proposition is not all rooms are the same. So last week I was in Dubai with one of our co-founders, and this was his room. I arrived and I had time to charm the receptionist and say, hey, I'm here for 2 weeks. Can you please give me a nice room with a nice view? I'd like to have a nice view. Is that okay? Can you help me out? And then that's what she gave me. It was exactly the same room with the same tariff, the same rates, but obviously I was having a much better experience than my colleague was down there. And there was an opportunity for the hotels to actually make more money out of it. And certainly I, as a traveler, and I'm sure each one of you would definitely value a view like this more than the other. Also, when you come into city hotels, sometimes you might go to Paris and you might see a hotel that says it has a partial view to the Eiffel Tower. When you get there, it's a little bit less flattering than you would expect. And then, what would be the price of having a view like this in Paris? So, if you do have a platform like ours that you're actually able to show and display and showcase your product in a much better way, a much more emotional, not very specific and very authentic, the chances of you converting more and getting better customer experience and also having customers to stop by your brand.com and make the booking is a lot higher. So what do travelers want and what do we do about it? So, look at a family and the kids might want to be close to the splash pool. You might have somebody that wants to have a big bed because they know the kids are going to crawl into their bed in the evening. And the mother wants to just look at the sunset when she's doing her yoga in the morning or when she's just basically waking up. And then the kids might want to be going to the kids club. And is there a kids club in that hotel and what does it look like? And right now, I wouldn't dream of sitting with my kids to look at a hotel and try and make a booking because it's the most boring thing you can ever imagine. So I obviously try to get rid of the booking process very quickly. And when I get there, then I start thinking about what I'm going to do. Now, if you're actually able to understand and book the sunbed that you want in the hotel and see exactly where you're going to be, that completely changes the purchasing experience. And we're bringing what retail does very well into hospitality. And that completely transforms your ability to also generate new revenue. You can choose the sunbeds. You can also decide if you want a view of the city. It doesn't have to be Paris. It can be anywhere, but still you could have a beautiful view that people can actually value. Also, obviously, some people want maybe a jacuzzi, and the wishes are endless. And the problem is, what are we doing about it? And with the technology that there is right now, not very much. So you have guests that are coming. Obviously, in luxury travel, it's a little bit different. You have a little more of a high touch when you talk to guests that are discerning and coming to luxury property to try to find out more about them to be able to cater for them better. Now, what we do is we really work with the hotels, trying to demonstrate all the different attributes the hotel has on the booking.com or on the brand.com page of the hotel. And that really enables you to even highlight, for example, sustainability. What are sustainability efforts you're doing? I mean, if you have a hotel that's over a historical site, you could potentially build what was there before and show the guests also to engage them with what the history of the building was. You can see, again, these are rooms in the same hotel that traditionally were sold at the same price, but obviously they have different values. And as little as going, 45 degrees, maybe a few meters away from each other, you can literally capture a lot more value there. Now, with a technology like Hotelverse, you're actually able to design your stay and really decide what you want and how you want it. Now, you can also, for example, book a Bali bed by the terrace if you want, and you don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning to try and go and take your towel and drop it there, so you can actually have the one you want. And then, kind of takes away the point of actually going on a holiday. The same thing with the restaurant tables. You could potentially book a table for the restaurant with a view to the sea. You don't want to be sitting at the back of the restaurant with no view. Now, loyalty members can also use technology to actually have access to benefits and to privileges that you, as a hotelier, could potentially offer them using our digital twin. We help you create, but also make the most of the revenue streams that are available for a hotel. So upselling can go up to 50%, 30% up. 30% of the rooms that are booked on brand.com when you have a platform like ours are not the base room category. You actually have superior rooms being sold first because the guest understands the difference between the base room to a higher room category. And there's a 50% surplus in ancillary revenue as well that you can actually sell using the digital twin. Now, obviously, metrics are better than words. We all like the experience. We care about what the traveler thinks and wants. But the business case is actually quite monumental. When you think about a 60% increase in conversion rates, really cutting on distribution costs, when you have a 30% raise in rooms that are in superior categories being booked on your brand.com, and when you're servicing your customers with 92% that prefer to have a booking that interacts with the map and also the traditional booking engine, and with the upside of having the ancillary revenues an additional 50%, the business case is there. With a couple of reservations a week, you can actually fund the implementation of technology like ours in your hotels. We've got some really smart and forward-thinking hoteliers working with us globally. We've got Palladium Hotels, which is a Spanish chain, which most of you guys will be familiar with, that has several brands within their portfolio. We also have Grupo Presidente, which is one of the biggest Mexican groups that owns a bunch of IHG properties and a lot of other properties there. And then we have many others that are also coming along. We just launched about 4.5 months ago for sales, and we're probably over 500 properties already under implementation. And we're expecting to reach 1,500 properties by the end of 2023, and probably more because we are involved with some really huge projects with some luxury brands all over the world. We have actually been getting a lot of attention from different media and innovation forums all over the world with the platform. We're very proud to be listed as one of the top 100 better, most creative people in the Forbes magazine here in Spain. We also have awards from La Razón, from El Mundo. We've also been nominated for the Skift Idea Awards, Travolution, and the TIS as well. And now there's a couple more that are about to come out, and you guys will be knowing very soon. This is our team, so we would love to talk to you guys if you have any more questions on what we do and how we do it. And thank you very much, and sorry for the technical issues.